Hey YouTube! The Stoney Ridge Farm today live. I was going to try and get a video tonight, but I am not going to get a video out tonight. I was going to get an automotive content video. If I do get it out, it'll be 11 o'clock tonight. So we're going to consider this automotive content. That's right, you can see me driving with the door open. I am currently operating an F-350 dump truck, and we're so hot in here. The AC doesn't work and the windows don't roll down, and it is hot. So what we're doing is loading up and we're moving mulch. This is an interactive live stream today, guys. This might not be too safe. We're gonna have some fun here. I'm gonna show you what's going on. We're working on the garden. Mrs. Stoney Ridge is out here helping me too. We're running some friends' equipment today, so my neighbor was kind enough. We give him a lot of firewood. You might have seen this truck that we're in today in previous videos. Hang on one second. It doesn't have emergency brake either, so I gotta find that sweet spot where it doesn't roll off down the hill. Plus the door is trying to close on me. Plus I'm live on YouTube. I want to make a video about this stuff, guys, but I'm racing the rain. So that's it. If you leave a super chat, here's Grossing 10. Thank you. If you leave a super chat today and I don't see it and I don't recognize you, I'm sorry. Please, thank you all, everybody, so much. Here's what's going on. So here's a dump truck. This is, again, an F-350. I think it's like an 87 model, 86 model. We're running Don, the Rock Guy's skid steer. So I parked Don's skid loader in the garage last night because it started sprinkling rain on me. Came in this morning and there was more than a quart of hydraulic fluid in the floor of the shop. Ugh. So this afternoon I texted my buddy Don. I said, dude, what kind of hydraulic fluid does that thing take? So we filled it back up. We actually put 10 quarts of hydraulic fluid in that thing. It has a bad leak in it, Don. I hate to break the news to you. You may need an undercarriage in that thing. I don't know. We don't know how many hours exactly it has on it. It sat for a long time. It was a relative of his. If you follow the channel, that's where I got the backhoe and the big deal. So freeze warning in Michigan. It ain't freezing here. It is hot, guys. Really hot. Got my new Stoney Ridge Farmer hat. You like that? It's a fully custom made hat I made just for you. So here's what we're moving. We're moving mulch. This mulch was dumped here last summer by the Asplund Tree Company, and it has worked its way to ready for the garden area, I guess. So we do kind of a back to Eden garden system where I say back to Eden, but it's really not a back to Eden. We use mulch and compost in our garden. It's not back to Eden. It's back to using your head. So we use mulch and compost in our garden. This is the mulch that we'll be using in our garden this year, in our upper garden. So we ran 3 loads already. We're putting it in the back of this truck. I'm leaving the back gate wide open. What I'm gonna do, and you guys can tell the new people that are coming in here, is I'm gonna set the camera down and I'm gonna load the truck up, and then I'm gonna grab the camera and grab you guys and take you along with me. So what I'm gonna do, walk over here. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad. There's a storm coming in. Thank you, Pierce, for the $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Let's pull, ooh, we're not pulling that over. Recycling wasn't this week. We'll pull our trash can over here. This is a moving and shaking vlog, guys. We're gonna take the dump truck down and we'll show you the garden too. But I gotta bring this can down here. If YouTube, for some reason, if the live stream goes down, stick around, I'll bring it back up. If it goes down while we're working here, I'm gonna get you set up where you can see. So I'm gonna turn you around here. All right, now we're cooking. Now we're talking. So you're sitting on top of my trash can. All right. I'm gonna get busy. I'm gonna fire up the skid loader. You guys are gonna watch me load this thing up, and then we're gonna head down to the garden, okay? Hang tight. right, we're off the skid loader. There's a lot of thought processes at work right now you guys may pick up on and you may not pick up on. Everything that goes on the farm is a thought process. Here's a thought process, is I didn't quite get all I could get in that truck. So I'll probably jump out just for the sake of this video. Well, at least it crashed while I was talking to you. So I got an itch on my nose, and my favorite finger to scratch with has something black on it. So there's some thought processes going on here, aside from me not getting the truck all the way full, but we're going to worry about that in a minute. We're going to take you down to the garden. So here are the thought processes. I have grass out here that I don't want to mess up. I don't want to whip this skid loader around too awful much in that grass. So what I'm doing is trying to turn it around in this wet spot as much as I possibly can. Now, you might have noticed while I was getting in here, I got to use some momentum, some force. We got to use forces of nature to get into that pile because it's mucky right there. This has been sitting here since last summer and it's mucky. So in order to get into this side, I need to hammer into it pretty hard. When I come back up, and you won't be here for that, but when I come back up, I'll come at it from the end and from this other side. My goal is to keep my beautiful grass and not tear it up. And then when I get done, I'll back drag over this area and I'll make sure that it all stays pretty. So there is a little bit of science behind this. And this spot, although right now looks mucky and nasty, has probably the most nutrient in it of any place in this field. Just food for thought. Everything that goes on the farm is a well thought out process. It has to be a well thought out process. And I learn every day, and that's just part of what we do. Mrs. Stoney Ridge loves running the Ventrac. She's out there. I wanted to stop and talk to her for a minute, but she's having so much fun. I wanted to catch her on a corner there and talk to her, but she's got her bibbed overalls on. She's mowed probably, I'm gonna say 6 acres out of our total 80-ish acres of land to mow. This is the second time we mowed this field this year, and it's not even June yet. What our plan is this year is what I call, and what the USDA office calls, green manure. So in other words, we're putting this back onto the land. We're feeding our land with green manure. No fertilizers have been put on this field for the last 3 years. Did you see that? Hold on, let's look again. Do you see this? No fertilizer. You know why? Clover. Ladino clover, fixing nitrogen, causing the grass to grow green and luscious. And feeding our honeybees. Awesome stuff. Feeding the land, guys. This is going to be our #1 cow pasture. This is going to be our most healthy pasture and potentially our front yard. Awesome stuff. I picture a long driveway like Forrest Gump, you know, with the trees down the side of it, big old oak trees. Just so much planning and so little time. When you start thinking of your life in the length of the life of a tree, you start realizing how short your life is. So let's get in the sweat box and sweat our ways down the hill. So this thing has a granny low gear. Let's show you where we're at here. This has a granny low gear. I'll put her in granny low and the door won't stay open. All right, granny low, ease off the clutch. You might have to hit the gas. There we go. Actually, I have to hit the brakes, slow her down a little bit. Now, if this were a Jeep, it would be totally safe to cruise around with the door wide open. But since it's not a Jeep, this is not OSHA approved. Oh, good stuff. This is what I call 105 air conditioning. We're going about 5 miles an hour. So proud of my wife to take an active role in the farm here and get out there and mow and help me out. It's a huge help to beat this rainstorm that's coming tomorrow. I apologize about the bumpiness, but we are in a bumpy truck in a bumpy field with a load of mulch on. It is a 7.3. It is a non-turbo 7.3. It's the old International 7.3. She's running a good temperature. Nice truck, nice old truck. The fella that I'm borrowing this from is my next door neighbor, and I get him all kinds of firewood, so anytime I want to borrow a farm truck, we're covered. I want to get the view from outside the window. Whew. So we're getting down here towards the garden. Let me turn the camera here and show you where we're going. Actually, I think the easier way to do this is just turn you around. I've learned there's a new button on here. Boop. There's a new button. We're getting ready to pass by a weeping willow tree that I planted. There's a wet spot right there where that little tree is planted. We're getting ready to pull into the garden spot, which I have not tilled yet. You'll notice another pile of mulch down here. This is the mulch pile that we raked up. It has goat manure and old hay in it. And the apparatus to your left here is a hay rake, a V rake, and the apparatus directly in front of us. I'm going to shut the door to the sweat box. Apparatus directly in front of us is a turf seeder. We bought that off the local golf course. We're going to go ahead. Here is the button. We're going to hit our button and we'll start the process of the dump bed while we roll here. Let's turn you back around. Live at Stoney Ridge Farm. Here we go, kids. Driving, dumping, holding gimbal and cell phone live stream on the farm. You won't get this on anybody else's channel because they're all too chicken. You calling me chicken, boy? I would call this a one lonely farmer type vlog where he and I are just so busy we don't have time to sit in front of a computer and edit. So here we're dumping. Let's get you out here. See what we're dumping. Dump it down, baby. I like to get it about right there. Starts falling, I like to give her a little kick. Woo-hoo. Stupid door. All right. All right, the truck ain't going nowhere. I have to take a look. So here's what we're doing. We're dumping piles. Pile. Each load is a pile. I'm trying to dump and run, but I can't seem to dump and run it. Once I pull off here, all the rest of that will slide off. And this is a pile of still composting compost. And if I rake back in here, it's got some wood chips, it's got some manure, it's now in my shoe. But we'll take from this pile and we'll put on the garden. We'll continually build this garden spot. That's what the goal here is. We put down some soil amendments in here. We put some rock dust in here, a little bit of sand. This was a clay type soil, and we're putting in all these wood chips, and these wood chips had leaves in them. There was brush, big stumps, all sorts of stuff that the tree company chipped up and basically cleaned up the power lines. So as they were cleaning the power lines, I had them dump. And if you ever see those guys, those Asplund Tree Company, and you want some mulch and they're working in your area, stop and ask them, and you can get this stuff for free. Awesome compost. So let me tell you how this works. This year we'll run the rototiller and we'll rototill this in, and we will do a video about that because I don't think that's happening today with the sun where it is. It's not going to happen today. Mrs. Stoney Ridge is going to mow. I'm going to go in and work on a video tonight. I got a video on the Unicorn Dodge Ram coming out. But as time goes on here, this garden will pop. It will get better and better year after year as we add more and more amendments. I do not expect this year for this mulch, for this compost, to make my garden absolutely awesome. I just don't expect it. And you can't expect it in your first year. It's black gold. It's black gold. But you can't expect it in your first year. Follow along on the vlogs as we work up here. This is going to be where we have our pumpkins, our melon patch, and our corn. We'll plant Silver Queen corn up here. And the idea here, this is the hog garden slash corn garden. I'm gonna till up a whole big area up here, and we'll have our hog lot really close by. Let's walk over here and talk to you about the hog lot and what's gonna go on. So we'll have this fenced to put our hogs in here too. Once the fall sets in, so we can plant cabbages and all kinds of stuff. And in here is a grove of oaks that I specifically left behind. I hope you're enjoying this. Man, guys, likes, come on. You can do better than that. Come on, think about it. Think about it. If you care, hit that like button, man. In here is a grove of oaks and persimmon trees, okay? This is Hog Central, baby. This is where the hog lot's gonna be. We're full of white oaks. We've got a barn up here, got a manure spreader right here. This is Hog Central. So we'll be able to move our hogs from this paddock over to this paddock, back and forth, and we'll be able to take vegetables straight from our own garden and feed them to our own hogs. Pretty rad. Pretty good stuff. So, anyhow, show the skid steers. I've already shown the skid steers, bud. You missed it. Go back and watch it. I am gonna get out of here. I'm just about done showing you everything I wanted to show you for the day. This is an interactive live stream. I haven't been interacting much with you. Thank you all so very much for watching. We are putting the black gold in our garden. I wanted to share it with you. I wanted to do a video today. But guys, I'm rushing to beat rain. There will be 2 videos coming out this weekend. Most likely late tonight or early tomorrow morning. We got a Unicorn Dodge Ram Cummins video coming out. I'll teach you a no-nonsense way. Well, I won't do it. I won't do a spoiler. We'll have a Cummins video. And a couple more things. There's a lot of stuff going on. I filmed a lot of stuff. It's just so busy. Good stuff. Good fun farm. Thanks a lot, guys. The like button is gone. Let's get it up to 200 likes. Come on. Think about it. Pound it up. Arms Family Homestead. You didn't miss a lot. Chevy lover. That's what a Chevy lover would say. You didn't miss a whole lot, bud. I love Chevys. Just kidding, man. Good stuff. A lot of stuff going on here on the farm. Don't have time to sit in front of a computer for 4 hours to edit videos, so I thought I'd show you what the heck is going on. So that's what's going on. Pound that like button. That's right. Thank you, Tina. You have a great evening too. I'm gonna go up here and check on Mrs. Stoney Ridge. This is, so you guys know, the tank. This will be for our hogs also. So we're planning on hogs here, guys. This is a whole holistic hog lot garden plan right here, okay? So this is our water for our hogs. It's a trailer that is an old Willis Jeep trailer that we have up here, and it's all rusted out piece of garbage basically, but it's good and tough enough to hold that tank of water. That way we can bring it up here to our hogs. Cool. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll be getting pigs probably somewhere within the next 6 months. We got to build a pig pen. A lot of fun stuff going on here on the farm. I'm going to get busy. We'll see you next time on the Stoney Ridge. All right?